Hi everyone, this is Mr. Siu from Math Accelerator. Welcome to P4 SA2 Mini Revision Lesson 4. Today we're going to cover the topic on pie charts. This is question 1. The pie chart shows the favorite types of food of a group of 60 children. Question A, how many children choose roti prata as their favorite food? Part B, what fraction of the children like fishball noodles? And C, how many more children like chicken rice compared to bee hoon? Let's take a look at the pie chart over here. Okay, we have roti prata is 1/3 of the total, bee hoon is 1/6 of the total, and chicken rice is 5/12 of the total. The one that's missing over here, missing fraction, is the fishball noodle. So, and number 1, we have to find out how many children choose roti prata as their favorite food. We have 60 children in total. So using this information, we know that 1/3, okay, roti prata is 1/3 and the total is 60. So we can visualize this by using a model here where we can divide into 3 parts. Right, the total is 60 and the roti prata, let's use RP, is over here, right? So how do we find this? From here we can understand easily that 3 units is 60. So let's write here 3 units is equals to 60. So roti prata is 1 unit, therefore we need to calculate the value of 1 unit. So we take 60 divided by 3. So we carry out our division at the side over here. 2 times 3 is 6. Minus is 0, bring down the next 0. Since this is 0, we will put over here. So we know that 60 divided by 3 is 20. So part A, how many children choose roti prata as their favorite food? We already found the answer. Answer is 20. Next, what fraction of the children like fishball noodle? In order to find the fraction that likes fishball noodle, we have to sum up these 3 fractions together, right? So we will be, in order to add these 3 fractions, we have to change all the 3 fractions to the common denominator, and it will be 12. So 1/3 top and bottom we need to times 4, and we will get 4/12. 1/6 top and bottom times 2, we will get 2/12, and 5/12 will remain. So 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 5 is 11, so it will be 11/12. So in order to find the fishball noodle, which is this one, we will take 1 whole, which is 12/12, minus 11/12, and we will arrive at 1/12. So part B was a fraction, 1/12. Okay, part C, how many more children like chicken rice compared to bee hoon? So chicken rice is 5/12, bee hoon is 1/6. And we know that, so in order to find the actual number, we will find the difference between the fraction of 5/12 and 1/6 first. So we take 5/12, which is the fraction for the chicken rice, minus away the bee hoon, which is 1/6. So 5/12, 1/6 is 2/12, and we will arrive at 3/12. 3/12, we can further simplify, top and bottom divide by 3, and we will get 1/4, 1/4. So we know that the difference between these 2 groups of children is 1/4. Okay. So 1/4, we can visualize this way. You have 4 units that represent 60, and this is 1/4. So we need to find out the value. So 4 units is equals to 60. We need to find the value of 1 unit. So we carry out our division over here. So 1 times 4 is 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. Then is 20. 20 is 5 times 4. 5 times 4, 20, minus left 0, right? So we will get 15. So therefore, we know that the difference between the children who like chicken rice and bee hoon is 15. So let's write here part C, answer is 15. Okay, is there an easier way to solve this? Right, okay, so here's a shortcut that I'm going to teach you. Now, remember the first part, we're supposed to find roti prata, which is 1/3. Whenever they say 1/3 of a total of 60, straight away you know that we need to take 60 divided by 3, right? And we will get 20. This is exactly what we do. And we are looking for 1/4 of 60. Straight away you know that we need to take 60 divided by 4. And we will arrive at 15. Right, so remember this. This is a shortcut. Then you don't have to write. Okay, construct the model in order to solve this. So this is question 1. Let's move on to the next question. This is question 2. The pie chart shows the number of pets kept by some students. Each student keeps only one type of pets. 3/5 of the students keep pet dogs and cats. A. Find the total number of students, and B. What fraction of the students keep fish as pets? Give your answer in the simplest form. So let's see what are the information we have over here. Let's underline some of the keywords. So each student, the condition is only able to keep one type of pet, and 3/5 of the students keep pet dogs and cats, right? So looking at the pie chart here, we have 90 degree, right? So the dogs must be 1/4. Then we have the 28 students keep cats, 15 students keep fish, and we have rabbits. So how to find the total number of students? So we will make use of this statement here, right? So we have 3/5. The pet dogs, people who have dogs and cats together, will give us the fraction of 3/5. And we know that the dogs, people who like dogs or keep dogs as pets, is 1/4. So from here, we can easily do a subtraction in order to find the fraction of the students who kept cats. So it will be 3/5 minus 1/4. We will be changing both fractions to the common denominator. The common denominator of 4 and 5 will be 20. So 20 means top and bottom times 4. We will get 12 over 20. Down here, top and bottom times 5. It will be 5 over 20. So we will take 12 minus 5, and we will get 7 over 20, right? 7 over 20. So let's add the information here. This is actually equals to 7 over 20. Okay, how do we make use of this information to solve? So from here, we can see that 7 over 20 is represented by 28 pupils. So our next job is to find 1 over 20. From 720 to 120, we divide by 4. So we take 28, divide by 4, and we arrive at 7. Next, we will find 1 over 20. So we take 28, divide by 7, and we will get 4. Next, so in order to find the total number, that means we need to find one whole, and over here one whole is 20 over 20. So we will be taking 20 multiplied by 4. So 20 multiplied by 4, we will get 80, right? So 80 is the answer for part A. Let's write over here. A is 80 pupils in total. Part B. What fraction of the students keep fish as pets? So we know that 15 students keep fish as pets. So in part B, what we need to do is form the fraction. So what is the fraction? Fraction is fish over the total. Pupils who keep fish is 15. The total we just found out is 80. So we will be simplifying this fraction by dividing the top and bottom by 5. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. And 80 divided by 5. Okay, let's do 80 divided by 5 over here. 80 divided by 5. 1 times 5 is 5. 8 minus 5 is 3. Bring down the 0. 6 times 5 will give you exactly 30. So we know that it will get 3 over 16. So part B, 3 over 16. Alright, let's recap what we have completed. So part A is to find the total number of students, which personally I find this is the part that's more challenging as compared to part B. Because part A, you can carry out a few steps before you reach the answers. Number one, you have to establish the relationship between the students who kept pets, pet dogs and pet cats. And this will give us 3/5 based on this set of information on this line, right? So that is step 1. Step 2, we did a subtraction so that we can find the fractions that represents the students who kept pet cats. So we carry out the subtraction and we arrive at 7 over 20. Next, we form the equation where we take 7 over 20, it represents 28 students. So from here, we're able to find 120. Okay, this is step 3. Then we find out 1 over 20. Okay, imagine the denominator is 20 units and above the numerator represents 7 units. You can also write here that 7 units will give us 28. The next job is to find 1 unit, right? This is 1 unit. And we divide 28 by 7 and we arrive at 4. So step 5, we have to find 20 units because that's the total. 20 times 4 will give us 80. So that is step 5. That will be 20 units. So we carry out 5 steps in order to get the answer of 80. So this part A will definitely carry more marks. Part B to me is very easy because we need to find the fraction of students who kept fish as pets. Fish is 15, the students who kept fish as pet is 15, the total is 80. So 15 over 80, we just have to do one task, which is to simplify this fraction. So we do it easily by taking top and bottom divided by 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3, 80 divided by 5, we do a long division here and we found out it's 16. So that's how we arrive at this fraction. Alright, let's move on to question number 3. This is question number 3. The pie chart shows the type of sports that pupils in a school like. 1/8 of the pupils like volleyball. How many pupils are there in the school? Part B, how many pupils like basketball? Let's analyze the pie chart. Okay, we have 90 degree. We all know that when it's 90 degree, that means this portion is 1/4 of the total. Badminton is also 90 degree over here. That means badminton is another 1/4 of the total. Volleyball is 1/76. And based on this information here, we can link 176 to 18. So let's solve part A over here. So we can establish a relationship where 1/8 of the total represents 176. So next, we have to find 8 over 8. Which is the total. Okay, as I mentioned in the earlier question, number 2, that 1 over 8, if 1 over 8 represents 178, we can take it that 1 unit is 176. Right? The total number of units, or 1 whole, is represented by the denominator, which is 8 units. So when we want to find 8 over 8, okay, naturally we know that we are looking for 8 units. Therefore, we'll take 176 multiplied by 8. This is 8 units, right? So let's carry out our multiplication at the side here. 176 times 8. 6 times 8 will give us 48. 48 carry 4. 7 times 8 is 56. 56 plus 4 will give us 60. So carry 6. 1 times 8 is 8. 8 plus 6 is 1408. So let's write over here. This will give us 1408. So that's the total number of pupils in the school. Next, part B, how many pupils like basketball? Let's see. Basketball is 1/4. Okay, we're looking for 1/4 of 1408. So let's write here 1/4 of the total of 1408. Right. I mentioned earlier in the previous question, there are 2 ways to solve this. The fastest way is, we know that if we're looking for 1/4 of 1408, that means we're looking for 1408 divided by 4, right? So straight away we can do our division. 1408 divided by 4. 3 times 4 will give us 12. So 14 minus 12 will give us 2. Bring down the 0. 5 times 4 will give us 20. So minus already, gives us 0. We bring down the last 8. 2 times 4 will give us 8. 8 minus 8 will give us 0. So we know that when we take 1408 divided by 4, we will get 352. What's another way to solve part B? Part B is, we know that the number of pupils who like basketball is 1/4, right? We can also use a model to help us understand this situation, where we have 4 units. 1408 is the total. 1/4 of them like basketball, right? Let's write BB for basketball. So in order to find this, same thing, 4 units is equals to 1408, and 1 unit, we will take 1408 divided by 4. And based on our calculation, we will have 352. So let's write our answer over here. Part A, the answer is 1408. And part B, the answer will be 352. Right, as you can see, pie charts is very much related to fractions at P4 level. So there's a few things we need to take note. Wherever we see a 90 degree here, or right angle, we will know that this portion is equals to 1/4 of the total. Okay, basketball is 1/4 based on the 90 degree here, and badminton is also 1/4 based on the 90 degree here. Next, whenever we have to find 1/4 of a total, or 1/2 or 1/3, naturally we have to, the quickest way is to do a division. Example, we're looking for 1/4 of this total of 1408. We will take this total divided by 4. Okay, we have two other examples in the previous question that is exactly the same. However, if you during the exam, okay, your mind is a little blank, don't worry, you can obviously draw the model, right? Your next step is to draw a model. I'm sure you know how to draw 1/4, right? You just draw 4 units and shape 1 unit. So from here, it's very clear, right? That 4 units is 1408, 1/4 is 1 out of 4. In order to find 1 out of 4, we'll divide the total by 4. Both will give you the answer. All right, so I hope you learned something new today about pie chart. As always, please remember to practice multiple times so that you're able to gain confidence and mastery before your next exam. That's the end of today's lesson. I'll see you in the next video.